going to remove the inlet tubing connection which is on top of the probe. Then we need to slide open the door so we can remove the capillary voltage connector, and the same for the larger connector which feels a tight fit. Now you can open the enclosure door and take it off. Lift up to remove the enclosure. Remove the probe from the source enclosure by turning the black collar. To remove the capillary, we need to unscrew the drop tray by loosening the 3 bolts, remove the black adjuster knob and also the probe tip. With a 2mm Allen key, loosen the 3 captive bolts to remove the drip tray. Remove the adjuster knob by unscrewing it. Pull out the peak union and capillary. With both a 7mm and 10mm spanner, you can loosen the probe tip and remove it. Inside there might be a washer in there. Here there is a lock nut which you need to loosen off. Remove the peak union. Remove the knurled nut which holds the connecting sleeve inside. So we're going to get rid of the old probe tip and fit a new one, including a new washer. Now reassemble the capillary so that the capillary is going through the fitting. In order to do so, first we're going to insert through the sleeve again. Now we can loosely tighten up the knurled nut, not fully tight yet. Be careful not to bend the capillary. Now we're going to put back the liner tube and we let the capillary protrude quite a bit. Make sure it goes through the peak union. The amount protruding will be set next. We're going to use a standard closed blanking plug for a column or similar to set the distance of the capillary. Screw in the blanking plug all the way. Then we're going to tighten the peak union. Now the capillary length is set. The capillary goes into the union and now fully tighten the knurled nut. Tighten up the peak union. Just a little over hand tight should be enough. We're going to lock the union again with the nut. Don't forget that, because you will loosen the union when connecting to the inlet. Check the capillary is tight enough to ensure it is leak tight. We're going to assemble everything again. First we are going to put in the capillary because it needs to be in there before the probe tip is fitted. Insert the capillary here through the top of the probe. Line up the pin with the slot in the probe. Next, refit the adjuster knob and tighten down fully. Refit the drip tray. The drip hole should be opposite the cable. Don't over-tighten the 3 bolts because you're screwing into plastic. Insert the capillary into the hole inside the probe tip. If washers were installed, make sure they are still inside. Tighten using the 2 spanners. You can see the capillary is protruding way too much. It should be approximately 1 millimeter. We're going to set that using a blanking plug. Screw in the blanking plug into the peak union, then pull it. The capillary will move backwards. Also adjust the adjuster knob to get the desired 1 mm. Here are the electrical connections such as for probe recognition and interlock. Here's the gas connection and the locating pin, so it can only fit in one way. Tighten the collar. Line up the cutouts on the hinges and slide downwards. Close the door. Refit the large cable by lining up the 2 red dots. Slide the door across and refit the capillary voltage cable. Connect the inlet tubing to the probe.